like tulips. There's a lot of places where they sell you anything and they talk about tulips, and I feel like most tulip traps are about the tulips. This is a tulip museum, which actually is the quality. They tell you if you want to buy tulips right now, it's not the best time. They're honest with you, it's better than selling you roses and selling you tulips. That happens too. It's a good place to check out. This neighborhood was for the working people. I showed you on the map that we're now on the outskirts of these canals, the Grachtengordel, and right now we took this canal. So this was just meadowlands where the people who originally lived here were sent to in the 17th century. For the poor people, the working people, the gentlemen and the merchandise, they lived over there. So a lot of these houses are very narrow, not that tall. Of course there was a few rich people living here, but with the tall buildings and the narrow streets and the swamp, there was a lot of disease, there was not that much sunlight. So it was really like, if there was one ghetto in Amsterdam in the 80s and the 90s, it was over here. Then this became UNESCO protected and it switched around. Like buildings over here is for millionaires now, and anybody that bought something in the time of my mom and dad is very lucky. All their kids are fucked, there's no place to live in, all being stacked up. But it's a very lovely neighborhood to walk around since there's not that many coffee shops, restaurants, it's just a residential place. And the cool thing about the neighborhood, if there's any super old grumpy people living in Amsterdam for like 200 years, it's over here, and that's always fun to see. No house numbers in this neighborhood for the first 50 years. The brother of Napoleon gave us the house numbers, pretty happy with that. But before that, pretty shit show. How do you know where to go? If we're an important family, you have like a painting in front of the building. You see the pigeon on top of that, the white one. So then you know, okay, I had to go to the family with the pigeon. There's one over there. So a few of these buildings have paintings, or we call them plaques, in front of the building, which tells you which family was working and whatever.
Oh yeah.
The brother of Napoleon. Yeah, he was our first king. He was a funny guy. There's a funny story about the guy. He wanted to feel some connection with the people. Like he really loved the Netherlands and he wanted to have like a proper relationship with the people who lived here. He was supposed to be the Muppet of Napoleon, but he never was. They had to fight about that all the time. Then he was over here. He was going to give a speech. And he thought, why not do it in the native language? Dutch people love that. If you guys try some Dutch, like small country, why not? So he tried his best and he announced himself the first king of the Netherlands. But in Dutch, king is koning and rabbit is konijn. So this guy announced himself the first rabbit of the Netherlands. That's in the first papers around the guy. Nobody's ever going to forget about that. But that's a lot of fun. When he arrived in this neighborhood, like I told you